Hi guys, I've just landed at Porthleven for the next stage of my Cornish Coast adventure, and I'm walking along the coastal path, sort of in the direction back to Prussia Cove, because this is the next stage from Porthleven to Prussia Cove. Oh, what a view! And I'm just walking along the path here. If I just turn my camera around, you can see some like some old tin mines in the distance there. I don't know what they're called. This is nice. This is under some nice waves coming in. There's a few surfers out there this morning. Catching some swell. Sun's coming up. This is rather nice. Quite close to the cliff edge here, to be fair. Very close. But I'm just going to find somewhere to get my drone up in the air. There's a bench just on here, so I might see if I can find somewhere nice and flat to get my drone up, to get the first video from Porthleven to Prussia Cove. But I know that the half of the harbour at Porthleven lies within an FRZ of RAF Culdrose, and obviously I don't want to fly into there, so I'm going to stay well clear of there. I know it's probably what, 7:30, 8:15, but I suppose you don't know when there's helicopters and planes coming in and out, so yeah, I'm going to stay well clear of the FRZ at Culdrose. So I'll get round to this bench and see if I can get my drone up. There's quite a steep drop here. Let me just show you this. Oh dear. That's a good 100 foot. A few people on the point there watching the surfers. Unless they are surfers themselves and they want to catch some waves. Yeah, let's get set up. This is the bench that I'm thinking of taking off from. There's a bit of flat land down here though, but there's a memorial here. I don't quite know what this memorial is. Oh, what a view. This coast has been erected to remember the many mariners drowned on this part of the coast from the time immoral and buried on the cliffs hereabout. Look at that for a view. That is unbelievable. Oh dear me. That looks pretty smart. Guy on a surfboard jogging on. So yeah, I'll get my drone up, see if I can get some shots. So I've just had my Mini 3 up there to get some shots of the Porthleven side coming back west, and I'm just going to push on around this corner, see what we've got around here. Look at that. Just look at that. don't know if you can make them out on camera, but right on the end of that point round there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 chimneys. So I don't know if they were old tin mines. But obviously I'm working my way around here now, so I think maybe either tomorrow or next week. Let me just push on. Let me just come to here, look. That's better. Oh dear, that's a bit steep. That is a bit steep. So yeah, I think next time I'm going to walk along here again, this same path, but maybe go to that second point along there and fly this piece. But that'll be interesting when I get round to those tin mines, those old tin mines, those ruins. But that view is unbelievable. So I've just filmed that little time lapse there using my new GoPro Volta gimbal, which is quite good to be honest. There's 2 little feet that come out at the front, and you can sit it down on flat ground and you can just the angle of the GoPro. So I thought I'd give it a go, because I've obviously got my 360 camera, so I did a time lapse earlier with that. So I've done this portion of filming for the Porthleven to Prussia Cove stage. So I'm now going to shoot back to my car and see where either tomorrow or next week takes us further on the coastline there, heading back towards Prussia Cove. So I'll see you there. Well, I'm just walking on there from Porthleven, a bit further around the coast this time, but the weather this last fortnight has been absolutely abysmal, and I'm just walking through all this muddy mess, but it's a bit foggy, it's a bit grey, the winds are quite light, so I don't know what to expect when I get just round a bit further on the path. So, you know, like I said, one of my favourite sayings, nothing ventured, nothing gained. At least I can, if I don't get my drones up, at least I can experience and see what this portion of this stage is like further round. So I don't know if you can see that there. Nice view off the edge. But yeah, it's a bit of a muddy mess this morning, as you can imagine. But the winds have just been, well, phenomenal. Phenomenal. I mean, at one point I thought the roof were going to blow off. It were that strong. Oh well, let's see what we can see. Just getting to a little recess in the cliff face here. This looks quite high. Oh shoot. That is where I am now. Quite a bit spectacular. And the path goes along the top of there, down to that other side. So I was thinking of going round to that fence on the end there to get me drawn up, but that is amazing. I've just got to the spot where I want to fly from, and I'm just creeping close to the edge, and this is the edge of the cliff face, and that looks quite loose. I mean, if I kick that, I'm sure that'd disappear, and I'm probably, what, 8 foot from the cliff edge, so I'm not going to go any further. But as you can see, it's quite a grey day. When I was coming along there, it seemed to lift a bit. The fog seemed to lift a bit. Boiling. It's warm, it's really warm, but for whatever reason it's a bit foggy, so I don't quite think I'm going to see much of my drones today, but I'll get one up and see what we can see. It's brightening up the top up there though, but it's like the sun's trying to show his face, but we'll have a look. So yeah, just had the Mini 3 up. I've only used one battery because it's quite foggy and there's a lot of condensation in the air, and when I brought the drone back in, you could see obviously water droplets on it and things, and I don't want it to short out, so I thought I'd use this opportunity, not that I think I'm going to see anything, to walk a bit further around the path. Now I've either got, well, I think that's obviously the main one, but then it shoots off here to the right, to the left, and oh dear, let's try and get a bit closer. I bet that looks amazing on a sunny day. But not today. So if you have a look at the footage that I'm just going to show next to see how foggy it is, and believe you me, living in Cornwall for the last 3 months, it's not golden sands and nice warm weather all the time, believe you me. Like I said earlier, the winds have been horrendous. Horrendous. See, I'm heading home, but on my way back I just thought I'd show you guys this. Oh, the sun's coming out now, look, typical. I don't know if you can see. That cove down there, all the seagulls chilling. Yeah, sun's coming up, look. Ah, I knew that'd happen. I thought to myself, you watch, as soon as I get back home, sun will come out and clear all the fog. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, that's cool. I don't think you can get down to that cove. I won't want to be honest, because these cliffs are sheer where I'm walking up this path. Either side of me, yeah, it's all slate. These cliffs are nearly vertical on all three sides, and then of course the sea's on the fourth side. So yeah, I don't quite know if you can get down there. Probably by boat, I suppose, but who would want to do that? Look at this, sun coming out, and it looks really typical Cornish with the fog coming over the cliffs. You get a massive rock. I don't really want to go any closer, I'm literally a metre from the edge. Massive rock, loads of seagulls nesting. I'll just stretch my arm out of touch. I'm getting back from the edge. Oh, didn't feel very safe that. Yeah, look at this slushy mess. This is what I'm having to do. I'm looking at state of my trousers. Oh well. But this going down here now is the worst. But that looked cool. That looked cool. So yeah, sun's getting better. Typical. It's always the same when I've finished and heading off home, because I can't really do anything. Things start to improve. Oh well. I knew that'd happen. 50 yards on from the corner and the sun's out. I mean, it's still quite hazy. That's around the corner there to Porthleven. But yeah, I don't quite know if I'd have seen much, and of course there'd still be the fog in the air, so I don't want to get my drone saturated. But always the same. I might have to leave it a bit later next time, because I was out of the house 6:15 and that was it was still foggy, so I might leave it a bit later. See how we get on. So I've managed to film this portion now from Porthleven to probably halfway along to, I'm out of breath, Rincey Head, and I managed to fly out to those tin mines. So now I can go around to Rincey Head and film around there. So I just didn't feel I was progressing because of the weather and the winds. I just didn't feel like I was getting any further, but today has just been spot on. So I'm going to shoot around to Rincey Head and film back towards Porthleven. So I'll catch you over there. And I've just landed at Rincey Head car park, at the top of that path there. I'm just walking on down, round onto Rincey Head on quite a strange, quiet morning, because it's been quite windy again. I've had some really strong gusts, and we've got an old tin mine in front of me. I think this is called Wheel Prosper. And then you get the house perched quite precariously on the end there, and then round the bay there is Prussia Sands, and then right in the distance that's Mousehole or Mousehole and Lamona going round to Porthleven. That's quite nice. So I'm just walking up to the headland, and I'll give you another quick view of where I am. It's weird not to feel a breeze or... Oh, this is cool. I'll show you this. Nice bench down there if you fancy a chill. Cracking view. And of course the tin mine, and I'm going round. I think I might go on that top path instead of that bottom one. So let's get moving. Look at this for a sunrise. But if you guys can see that, mind you, don't they say red sky in the morning? That's an amazing view. I'm parked in that car park up on the top there. I think that house is an Airbnb, and I think you can stay in there. I mean, imagine that. Yeah, views are amazing, but the winds we've had here this last few weeks, I won't like to think what it sounds like in that house. It looks quite nice though online, but not for me. I'd be frightened of it falling in water. Just had to climb over a quaint little stile built out the wall. Just walking through this field, and I think over this wall you get the tin mines, which are, I think it's Truavas tin mines, which I want to do a few videos around with my drones, because they look quite a bit in the sunrise, but they look quite majestic. See the head's just down there, well, just down there. That's probably a couple hundred metres below me. And I don't know what that is sticking up in the distance there. So we'll get over there and have a look. Oh yeah, there you can see him, look. One of the mines in the distance. Yeah, look. See one of the tin mines. I think there's another one further round. I'm just walking and I'm going to park my bags and stuff where this monument. I think, I know this must be another chimney of another one. I thought it was like one of those Cornish, I don't know what you call them, markers or. But I think that looks like. Let's just have a look here. Oh yeah, look at that. Very majestic, sat there on the edge of the cliff. See, I was just round. I don't know if you can make out the sand on the bay around the corner there. I've been just there. And I came halfway around and flew back here and also flew back there. Well, now I'm here on Rincey Head. So that I can then fly this next portion around to Prussia Sands, which is where I've parked. So I was just near that beach, if you can call it a beach. So I'm going to fly this portion and then fly around this headland of Rincey Head and then keep making my way around to Prussia Sands and then eventually finishing up at Prussia Cove. I don't know, this is, I mean, this stage I think it was 5 miles when I measured it on Google Earth. And it just seems to have took ages. So I know in the video there when I said it's going to be quite a task, I've got no doubts. Oh, the other one's below me. Let me just, see, I don't know if I can go any closer because I don't know what's underneath me, but oh, we've got one here. So this must be the chimney for that tin mine. And obviously that one over there, it's got its chimney right behind it. Look at that. That looks unbelievable. It's quite a nice spot to take off, that, to be fair. I don't want to be in my videos. I hate being in my videos, but I mean from where I'm going to be up in the air there, probably 80 feet. I might blend in with the background when we're having black on. So we'll see. I'm just walking around here, look, just to see if we've got any. Oh, there's a nice flat spot there, look. Up in front of us, and this looks relatively flat. And over there you get. Oh, can we just go down here? Just hope we don't get lost. I'm trying to work out which gate I came through. I don't know, might have been over there. Then I think there's another path around the bottom here, but let's just have a look down here. Just bear with me a sec. Look at that rock sat on the top of that. I don't know if you can make out that pillar. And there's a rock sat right on the top. How on earth has that got there? I ask you. Let's see if we can make that out. How has that rock got there and sat there on the top of that lot? Yeah, let's just push on through here. A bit muddy, but not as bad as last time. Oh yeah, this looks perfect. Perfect. See, I think I'm going to set up on here. Let's just walk to the edge. Oh wow. Oh god, look at that. Oh, look at that tin mine. Oh no, that is cool. And that's where I'm taking off from. But that is an amazing, that's probably one of the best views I've seen while I've been doing this. That is phenomenal. Hear the sea, hear the seagulls. Right, I'm gonna get me equipment set up. Let's go. Well, that's been pretty productive this morning. I've got both me Mini 2 and Mini 3 up in the air there, because it's quite a calm day. Just the view before I leave, quite nice. Tin mine 1, tin mine 2. Cracking view, cracking view. I love it, love it. So yeah, I had both my drones up there. Got some amazing photos which I'll put on the screen in a second. But I have just got a last. Why is it you can never find your way back where you came? I have got the last stage to do, which is from Prussia round to Prussia Cove, which I don't quite know if I can fit that in today. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. So I'm just walking now back up to my car, up in the car park there at Rincey Point, Rincey Head. So it's getting a bit cold now, so I don't know, I might head home and get a cup of tea. We'll see how we get on. Just walking back and I realised, I don't know if you can make it out, but the point right on the very end where you can see the sun, you get Newling, Mousehole, and then you get a point that's sticking out right at the very end. There's one in the shadow and one in the sun, and I think the one in the sun on the very end is Land's End. And I didn't think you could see it from here. I mean, obviously I'm quite far round. Let me think. Yeah, I'm quite far round on Rincey Head. I mean, you can see Goonilly Downs. I think that is the satellite station. But yeah, I didn't think I was this far round to see Land's End. But it must be. I'll have to have a look on my maps. Oh. That's a tricky little stile to get over. I think there's a stone missing. Tricky little step that. So I'm just walking on the other direction now from Rincey Head. I don't know if you can see that in the distance. The house there, perched. What's perched? I'm just walking on the coastal path from the other direction from Rincey Head. I don't know if you can see the house there, perched on the edge of the cliff. And I've just been over the other side of there, filming Trewavas Mines. And I'm now heading down the path, and in the distance you can see Prussia. Now the tide's in, so obviously you're not going to see much of the beach, but that's a cracking beach. It's massive. And then right on the end there, the point on the end is Cudden. And then the houses just tucked in the under the trees there, that's Prussia Cove. So finally I can see the end of this stage. Just, I don't know if I'll be able to get it all filmed today because the winds are pretty strong again. So I don't quite know how my drone's going to fare in this breeze, but we'll see how we go. Just got to find somewhere to take off first, and I don't quite know if it's going to be anywhere because this is just a narrow path with nowhere to. Oh, someone's in that house on the end. There's a car on the edge of the cliff. But they got woke up last night. So yeah, we'll get the drone up, see what we can do. Managed to find this nice little flat area. The only thing that's concerning me is right next to a mine shaft. And I'm assuming that goes straight down, but yeah, it's just not knowing Cornwall and about all the mine shafts and things too well. I don't quite know if nothing will happen, I'm sure, but that's the view. That's pretty amazing. If I go from Rincey Head here all the way along the coastline, Sands, Prussia Cove, Cudden Point, and then of course round the corner is Porthleven. So please check out the link in the description on the screen there, because that is for the stage from Prussia Cove to Marazion, which was fun. So I think we'll get the drone up, see how it acts in the wind. So I managed to get a couple of batteries there out of the Mini 3. The winds are quite strong, but a couple of people on the beach on Sands, and I think the tide's starting to go out a bit now. So I think I'm going to shoot round, park at Sands, and then go onto that headland there, and then around onto Kennegay and Prussia Cove, and I think I can finally see the finishing line for this one. So we'll see how we get on. I've just got around to Prussia Sands. A few surfers turning up and the tide is out. If I can just show you over the bushes here. The view that I've got walking around up onto the last point between here and Prussia Cove. But the house on the very end there, I don't know if you can see it, that's Rincey Head. That's where I've just been. As you can see, quite a few surfers on there this morning. So yeah, we'll get up to the top, find a spot and get flying, because I think this is hopefully going to be my last day on this stage, which I think is day 6. So to be fair, it took me 6 whole days to film this stage, which I've loved every minute, to be honest. What a view. Sun coming up, surf coming in. What can be better? Just a bit warmer. Please, if anyone's listening, just needs to be a bit warmer. Look at that behind me. What a view. What a view. That beach is a phenomenal beach, and I don't think the tide's fully out yet, so you can imagine how much sand there is. And the surf of course is pretty good as well. Not that I'm a surfer in any way. I think I'd be fish food in about 3 seconds. Leave it to the professionals. That looks well cool. Let me just go down here. Probably a better view for you guys. Just turn my camera around. Look at that. It looks like a lot of that has slipped on that right hand side there, which is not surprising with the weather and the coastal erosion. Not that I'm a geologist. That looks amazing. Amazing. There's Prussia Cove in the distance where the house is. And you've got Keenagay. And of course along the coast, round the corner, Prussia Sands. So I'm just trying to find somewhere that's suitable for me to take off and land at the minute. There isn't anywhere, or even to put my bag down, to be fair, because this is quite a narrow path with bushes either side and this sort of tough grass. Are they bushes? I don't know. So we'll see what we've got when we get a bit further around. God, it's getting worse. Oh, look at this mess. Oh God. Glad I got the boots for it. Oh. Oh, dear me. That was horrible. But I suppose flies everywhere. Oh. It's that time of year. It's not opened up yet. Well, I found this area here that you can see, but it's all really tall grassland. There's nowhere really flat for me to put my drone down, so I think I might have to take off by hand, which is fine, I don't mind doing, but I don't know, I think I'll be walking forever to find somewhere to take off from, and obviously time is of the essence, so I think I'll just have to take off by hand and just park myself here for the minute. So we'll get going. So that finishes the filming from Porthleven to Prussia Cove over there in the distance. And what an amazing spot to finish, absolutely glorious. Well, I want to thank you for watching the video and getting this far. If you have indeed got this far, I would be grateful if you give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and also check out the drone video and the aerial footage with the link in the screen there for this particular stage. So thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one.